Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. He's coming.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the 50, it's Stafford. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry here for Johnson. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 23 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Stafford. This is caught. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Now Stafford, blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go, G. Get off the seat.
They'll run with Cook. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. West thrown quickly out to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
55. Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check, 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 check.
He completes it to Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Coming this way, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. sliding out of the pocket. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. On third down, Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check it back, check it back.
It's caught by Crabtree. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Flowers in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So we've hit halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
32.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
53. Ready.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Again, it's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
It's a game of 5. Brings up second and
2nd and 5 now. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing is Cousins. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Well, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Hearns. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 10, Stafford underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over him?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough, give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down at Stafford. Complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. A gain of 6 there on first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Cook. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stafford. Crabtree has it. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Again, it's Stafford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away